For a week, the story was the launch. Today, it's the warehouse, a different kind of fact. If you're just joining us, coordination around the DRC Uganda Bundibugyo outbreak has been building around a Kampala-based Continental Incident Management Support Team, basically a shared preparedness and response platform for affected countries and the ones at risk. All along, we've been watching to see whether that cross-border structure could get past coordination language and become real operating capacity, while transmission risk still persists across eastern DRC, Uganda, and neighboring states.
This is Ebola Watch. Today, a $3.6 billion price tag, a Ugandan warehouse pledge, and the question I've been sitting with all week. Does any of this reach Ituri? Stay with us. We're staying on Uganda DRC Ebola border closure. Follow the show, and you won't miss what comes next.
VietnamPlus writes,
according to the Vietnam News Agency correspondent in Africa, the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, the World Health Organization, WHO, and the government of Uganda have officially launched the Intercontinental Emergency Management Support Group, IMST, to strengthen the capacity to respond to the current Ebola outbreak and enhance preparedness for future health emergencies.
Okay, so it's got a name now. The IMST, launched at Makerere in Kampala. Africa CDC, WHO, and Uganda are putting this under one team, one plan, one budget. That's a real upgrade from a room full of flags.
It is, and the number that came with it is the one I want to sit with. Africa CDC puts the outbreak's potential cost at up to $3.6 billion, with hundreds of thousands of jobs on the line.
3.6 billion. Translate that for me. We're talking beyond health spending here. Food systems, wages, whole local economies, if this keeps moving.
That's the region-wide development crisis they're trying to warn about. The tension, though, is that $3.6 billion is a projection of what this could cost. What they've actually mobilized so far is a coordination platform launched this week. A forecast and a platform are at very different stages.
Right, and the mandate names Uganda, DRC, and neighbors at risk from the Bundibugyo strain. The epicenter's still Ituri, so the test is whether this team's support reaches Mungwalu, not just Kampala.
Here's Logupdate Africa.
During the discussions, the minister reaffirmed the government of Uganda's commitment to supporting the Operations Support and Logistics, OSL, Incident Management Support Team by providing dedicated warehouse space and facilitating expedited customs clearance procedures.
Okay, so we just heard the platform get a name and a mandate. This is the part I was waiting for. Uganda pledging warehouse space and faster customs clearance. For the first time today, we've got something that sounds like a supply chain instead of a press release.
And it's specific. The team walked the National Medical Store's warehouse, 3,000 pallet positions per Logupdate Africa, plus the WFP base and the Entebbe cargo terminal. That gives them a ready-made hub without having to build one from scratch. So that's the concrete update out of Kampala. The IMST platform now has pledged warehouse space and faster customs clearance behind it. That's an actual deliverable.
If you follow Ebola Watch for clear outbreak tracking, you may also like Measles Outbreak Daily, daily U.S. measles case counts, MMR vaccine policy, and outbreak tracking for parents, teachers, and clinicians who want real numbers. Find it wherever you listen. Every story we mentioned today is linked in the show notes. If one caught your attention, that's the place to dig in a little further. That's Ebola Watch for this Wednesday. This is a Lantern Podcast.